Welcome to Ryan Watches a Movie. My name's Adam Patterson. With me today, we got Kevin Rakestraw. Hey, Kevin.
Hey,
We're also joined by Ryan Holes. Hey, Ryan.
Uh,
Welcome back.
long time.
How have you been?
uh,
Good. If this is your first time tuning in, Kevin and I are challenging ourselves to find movies that Ryan likes in the hopes that we'll reach the coveted 10 out of 10. You can join in on the conversation by sending your movie suggestions for Ryan to podcast@filmpulse.net or sending me a DM on Twitter @filmpulsenet. And if you like the show, consider helping us out on Patreon at patreon.com/filmpulse. And be sure to check out the Frederick's Ataxia Research Alliance website at curefa.org. Ryan, what movie did we have you watch?
Upgrade.
Upgrade. This is from last year. I have a synopsis here. This is written and directed by Lee Wanell. Set in the near future, technology controls nearly all aspects of life. But when Gray, a self-identified technophobe, has his world turned upside down, his only hope for revenge is an experimental computer chip implant called STEM. Ryan, tell us a little bit about Upgrade.
Well, like I said, it's about a guy who doesn't believe in technology, and his girlfriend is pretty much the exact opposite, and she really believes in everything the technology can do. And one day, there's right along in her car. By the way, her car drives itself. And so they're riding along. And all of a sudden, the car just goes haywire. And it goes full speed into reverse. And they can't make it stop. And eventually the car ends up flipping over. And the guy, a bunch of guys come up to the guy girl. They kill the girl. And they paralyze the guy. And just go away. And later on, you find, well, at the end of the movie, you find out that he was paralyzed for a reason. And his girlfriend's boss was trying to get him through implant this new technology that he has that he can't medically test it, but he implants it right where the guy's nerves are messed up, and this little chip magically fixes him and makes him be able to run and walk and do everything a normal person does. And it also talks to him, but he's the only one that can hear it because it's inside of him. So throughout the movie, he has random conversations like that, and everyone thinks he's crazy about the computer chip. Like, he knows every move that he should make, and every outcome of everything he will do, and it kind of makes him like superhuman a little bit. And he ends up, when he gets it and figures out that the chip is really the bad guy, he also finds out that the guy who invented it paralyzed him on purpose and killed his girlfriend by accident just because he was there with him. But he was made of paralyzed so they could test this out. And by the end of the movie, he ends up killing everyone. And Chip God takes over his entire body and puts him in a dreamland, sort of. And the chip just takes over its normal functionality. So I guess it becomes a computer program. And like I said, towards the end, everyone dies. Yeah.
Okay. So, what did you what did you think of Upgrade?
I thought it was pretty cool.
Classic.
Yeah, there it was. Pretty cool. Okay. We kind of thought that you'd really dig this one, but just because it has a lot of really fun stylized action. It's got a little sci-fi, but it doesn't go too far into sci-fi territory. Did you like the action? Did you find the fight scenes to be rewarding?
They're okay. I was more interested in his voice controlled wheelchair. I want that.
Ryan's just he was enamored by the wheelchair tech.
It's funny. When we were talking about giving this to you, I neglected to even remember that aspect of it.
I didn't remember it either until he started talking, and I was like, oh yeah. Ryan, what did you think of? Because I think the scene that kind of got me like up in my seat a little bit was when he finally lets Stem take over in that first like fight sequence where he does that, like he goes completely stiff, laying on the floor, and just comes up, and it just kicks off from there. That was the part in the movie where I was like, oh shit, this is awesome. What did you think of that first?
I like that. Yeah, I was kind of sad because I want that to be me.
Oh,
Oh man. Oh no.
This is gonna be a downer episode.
Yeah, this pick totally backfired.
Oh, I did not foresee this happening.
So you would go with the STEM experiment. You would have that done. No questions asked.
Yeah, if there was some kind of money into technology like home automation, then if there was something that would help me and more, I would do it.
I mean, shit, I might even do it. Like, I don't need. I currently I can walk, but I might do it anyway.
Well, I mean, you essentially, like Ryan said, you become superhuman.
Yeah.
Now, the only downside to this is that at a certain point, this computer program is going to take over your body, and you're going to essentially cease to exist, and a lot of people might die. So, with that in mind, do you still do it, Ryan?
That would be a really weird feeling.
But would you enjoy the ride for, like, let's say it takes like a year for STEM to completely overtake your body, your functionality, as you say? Would you be like, yeah, I'll enjoy the ride for a year?
I'd find a way to become okay with killing people.
He would rationalize it. They were probably bad people, right?
I mean, at a certain point, yeah, but then at another certain point, like Ryan said, everyone dies. It's just everyone.
They were all bad though in the movie, right? He doesn't kill any innocent people, does he? I don't remember.
But cool.
I think he does.
Does he?
Yeah, yeah.
I don't remember.
Yeah, at the end, it's essentially anyone that gets in STEM's way.
Yeah.
I remember really liking. I think we reviewed this on the show.
I think we might have. I think
I really liked this movie.
I enjoyed it as well.
I also like them.
It's that really great. As I said, it's a sci-fi movie, but it's not like hard sci-fi. It's just this little light dusting of sci-fi, and
yeah, but it's hard enough,
right?
Watching it, I thought it was some movie adaptation of oh my god, the game by Ubisoft.
Assassin's Creed.
No, we're a hacker.
Watch Dogs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I thought it was
Is this based off of Watch Dogs? Ubisoft's Watch Dogs?
I thought it was
think
like
so.
a real life version of
Yeah, I mean, I guess I
Maybe.
could see like a similar aesthetic. Although Watch Dogs takes place in present day, so it's not that futuristic. It's just sort of futuristic in the hacking that you can do. And by futuristic I mean like completely unbelievable. This was like a mid-range budget movie. We don't see a lot of these at all anymore. It had a $5 million budget. And I feel like they did a lot with that budget because the movie looks great.
Oh yeah, and all the effects were. It's fantastic.
Camera work too. Loved the camera work in this.
So it seems like the main takeaway here is that Ryan was really into the wheelchair.
I just want to be able to get up through a wheelchair and then lock. Have the wheelchair lock and not be able to be moved.
I don't understand why that doesn't already exist, frankly.
No,
What's that?
Voice activated wheelchairs.
That's actually what I thought about last night when I first saw it.
I mean, it seems like you should be able to say, you'd be like, hey, wheelchair, lock. And it'll like lock itself. I mean, you can do it with everything else. I can do it with my door, my lights, everything else in my home is...
Amazon put Alexa on the wheelchair.
There you go.
Yeah.
There you go, Ryan. Did you immediately start blueprinting this?
Start
Brainstorming?
with the old CAD,
Must
pull up some CAD diagrams.
I was trying to figure out ways to do it. Cheating ways to do it.
I just imagine Ryan just flipping that whiteboard over, cleaning off everything that he had on there before.
All the formulas.
Just furiously coding everything out.
I wouldn't... I bet you can do it. I mean, because you can have like Arduino boards that you can program to basically do anything. And you could probably program it so that when you say a command, it like moves a lever that locks the wheelchair, that like pushes the wheelchair lock, you know, like it pushes an arm that locks the wheelchair. That doesn't even seem hard to make.
No, it seems very, very basic.
Now, if you were talking about like a way to like make the wheelchair come over to you in bed or something like that, I think that'd be a little bit more advanced. But basic,
that'd be cool, but I'm not. Like, I don't really need I don't find myself out of my wheelchair needing to get into my wheelchair from far away.
Right.
Yeah.
I feel like,
but it also does seem like that should exist.
Yeah.
Considering all the other tech that we have, like, I don't know how many people in my neighborhood have little robots that mow their yards. Like, how do we have that before we have, higher tech wheelchairs?
Because technology really isn't in the handicap market.
That's true. I guess I should know that by now.
yeah.
Given the fact that you can't even get like a handicapped bathroom.
Yeah, there's lots of things they could do easily if they don't do.
There's stuff that they're supposed to do by law that they're just like, no.
Yeah, I mean, when you look at wheelchair tech in general, other than like the really expensive kind of like space age, like the one that you sit in that can make you like stand up and stuff like that, like basic wheelchairs, the design hasn't changed for like a millennia, probably.
And they're terrible.
Yeah, they're not functionally sound.
The 3-wheel thing too.
Yeah, the 3-wheeled thing is cool, but isn't that like prohibitively expensive? I mean, I feel like that the mass market wheelchair tech should be at least somewhat close to where everything else is in the world. Voice activated locking mechanism on your wheelchair. I mean, I bet I could talk to some of the engineers that I know and develop something like that. It doesn't seem hard.
You make it to the market with that, you could charge whatever you wanted.
It also seems like though that might exist, but it only exists for a very select few people.
Yeah,
that can afford
probably have
it.
to do some research and see if there's already something like that available.
They came out, they put it on a wheelchair, but they also made that wheelchair like $340,000.
Yeah.
Because they're like, well, you need a wheelchair, you're paying it.
Yeah, I mean,
I will say, in my life, I've had several wheelchairs, and most of them are manual, and I found on my second powered one right now. That was over 20 grand, and there's nothing special about it. Like, yeah, they can choose whatever they want.
you can buy like 10 Vespas for that.
Jesus.
I mean,
That's so ridiculous.
The seat tilts them and down, but that's about the only really fancy thing about it. They have ones that raise and lower you, like when you're sitting.
Yeah, I mean that's insane. Because hell, you can get that in a recliner.
Yeah, I know, right? Like that doesn't seem that fancy, honestly. Like,
but it's also insane to me that even like the basic wheelchair design is just like the actual sitting portion of it is so unbelievably uncomfortable.
It is. It's outrageous.
It's like you couldn't just put a little more thought into that.
I'm glad you said that because not many people do say that.
They're scared.
They're too
scared. They're too scared of big wheelchair to stand up against them with their uncomfortable seats.
Well, just look at there's no back support whatsoever.
It's awful. Awful.
It's just, it is. I mean, I understand that you kind of have to have a little bit of that. I mean, it's got to be able to fold up, right? But it seems like there could be some sort of middle ground.
Yeah.
There has to be.
I would think so.
They could do a lot more of that if somebody actually spent time thinking about it, not thinking of ways to make money out of it.
We need to get Elon Musk on this. Get him to design some fancy new wheelchair that like folds up into your pocket, but is also very comfortable and has voice activation.
I know, Professor X wheelchair.
I almost wonder if like the old ass like wicker wheelchairs is actually like a better design. They at least actually look more comfortable.
Yeah, I mean,
it's got a high fucking back.
Yeah, they need to start making wheelchairs with like the racing, like the office chair that I have. That's like the racing seat, and make those. Just figure out a way to have them fold up.
I also like that we have not really talked about this movie at all. It's just been
straight wheelchair design. Well, it doesn't seem like Ryan has much more to say about it. I mean,
the idea came from this movie.
He's very focused on the wheelchair tech. He thought that the fighting was good. And it seems like he thought the movie was okay in general.
Yeah, I mean, technically speaking, it does seem to have been very thought-provoking for him. I mean, most of those thoughts are just wheelchair tech, but still, it got him up and thinking. It got the whiteboard out. He fired up CAD, came up with a couple of rough blueprints.
But also, in something we didn't think about, it made him very sad because in this movie, the whole movie is about a man who is confined to a wheelchair who gets this space age implant that enables him to not only walk again, but gives him superpowers. Something we probably should have thought about in hindsight.
Yeah, which in turn has made me really sad because like the whole idea of this podcast now is like, how well do we know our friend that we can give him good, movie recommendations, and we completely overlooked that.
I honestly, I forgot.
How does that happen?
I enjoyed the movie. I point out sad parts for me.
I mean, it's been over a year since I've seen this movie, and probably you too, Kevin. And I totally forgot about that aspect of it.
But it's also like the
I
main
know it
crux
is.
of
It is.
the entire movie that pertains to Ryan's actual life is lived in reality. And us as two friends are like, yeah, this shouldn't make him sad at all.
I was just thinking about the cool action.
Exactly. But there you go. We weren't thinking about our friend.
God.
We did not think about him once. Incredible. This has been a learning experience.
Yeah. Every episode. There's learnings from every episode.
Wow. Yeah, I mean it does reveal some things about yourself. It just kind of catch you off guard.
Yeah.
Wow.
All right, Ryan, let's give you your drum roll on this. What do you give Upgrade? 9? Did you
What?
say 9?
Dude. I legit thought he said 5 because I was like, oh, okay, that makes sense. That sucks. That's a bummer. But then when you were like, did you say 9? In my head, for that split second, I was like, there's no fucking way he said 9. Given everything that he just said about the movie.
Oh, I love it. I love it.
You are so, I mean, Ryan, talk about just, you are a tough dude to pin down.
I like the movie.
I mean, a 9.
Sad.
Even then, trying to justify your 9, you completely undercut.
Yeah,
the
I liked
9.
the movie, but it was just really sad. 9 out of 10. Oh, I mean, I'm glad you liked it. I'm glad you gave it a 9. That shows that we didn't completely fumble this.
No, but I too, like Adam, am very happy. But at the same time, I feel like interrogating you on that 9 because I don't know if that's. I don't feel that that's a truthful 9. I don't know if this is some sort of game.
Yeah, but it was truthful.
Okay.
I mean, you didn't seem.
That
I mean, I think the blocker here is that you didn't seem that enthusiastic about the movie in general. Like you didn't have a lot of.
Because I'm just not that enthusiastic at all lately.
Oh.
Oh, jeez, now it's getting
God.
sad.
My God.
You're asking based on telling you.
No, that's fine. You're giving honest answers. It's just those honest answers are like grinding us into the ground. Oh man.
Well, I hope it gets better.
Well, we'll see if we can give you something next week that doesn't make you sad.
Yeah, we got to find something uplifting, something cheerful. Got to lift them
I
spirits.
don't know that.
I didn't understand any of that.
I don't know what. I don't know about that.
Yeah, he's
I'm
gonna.
not gonna go into any detail, but I don't know about that.
We'll give you.
Well, we're gonna try our damnedest.
We'll give you like Paddington 2 or something that's just like pure joy.
Yeah, don't fight it either. You got to be open-minded to the joy. You got to invite it into
Drink
your
it
life.
in. Drink in the joy.
Just let it wash over you.
All right, Ryan. Any final thoughts on Upgrade before we close it out this week? Nope. All right. Oh man, what a roller coaster of an episode.
I love this. I love it.
Thank you so much for tuning in this week. You can send us your picks for Ryan to podcast@filmpulse.net. You can follow us on Twitter @filmpulsenet, @filmpulsekevin, and @mylegsdon'twork. And if you have a minute, take a look at our Patreon page, patreon.com/filmpulse. Consider helping us out by becoming a subscriber. For Kevin Rakestraw and Ryan Holes, my name's Adam Patterson. We'll see you hopefully next week. Oh my God. Even that was depressing.
I didn't realize that. No.